3. Hello everybody. Let's start our new chapter, the arrays. Before knowing the meaning of an array, I have to know the difference between the columns and the rows. The row when you move side to side, when you move to the right and when you move to the left. So that is the row. So let's number the rows that we have here. That is row number 1, that is row number 2, that is row number 3, and that is row number 4. And what is the column? The column when you go up and down, when you move up and down. Okay, so that is column number 1, column 2, column 3. Okay, when I put some objects into rows and columns, that's what I called an array. Okay, how can I read that array? I can read that array by two ways. First, I can start with the rows. I can say 4 rows of 3, 4 rows of 3, or I can start with the columns. I can say 3 columns of 4. So I have two ways to read an array. 4 rows of 3 or 3 columns of 4. Okay, let's move to the exercise. Okay, here. So first, before reading the array, I have to number the rows and number the columns. Here I have row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. I have two ways. If I started with the row, I say 3 rows of 4. Do I have here 3 rows of 4? No. So let's read it in the other way. I can read it in 4 columns of 3. Yes, I have this answer in my choices. Okay, let's move to the next one. First, I have to number the rows. Row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, and row number 5. And number the columns. Column 1, column 2, column 3. I have two ways. If I start with the rows, I say 5 rows of 3. Do I have here 5 rows of 3? No. So I have to read it in the other way, which is 3 columns of 5. Yes, I have this way here. 3 columns of 5. Okay. The next one. Here. For the same steps. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. Two ways to read the array. 4 rows of 5. Yes, I can find my answer here in the choices. Okay, the last one, I have to number the rows and the columns. Row number 1, row number 2, column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. The first way to read the array is 2 rows of 4. Do I have it here? Yes, I have 2 rows of 4, so we don't need to read the array in the other way. Okay. Here, I have the word column, so I have to start with the column. Okay, how many columns I have here? I have only 1 column, so I have to write in the columns 1. Of how many? Let's number the rows. Row number 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5. Okay? Okay. So, the same here. I started with the word column, so I have to start with the column. I have to number the rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, and column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. So, how many columns? 5 columns of 3. Okay? The same idea over there. Here. First, number the rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. The question starts with the word column. So I have 4 columns of 4, as you see here. Okay, the next one. Number the rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. The question starts with row. So how many rows I have? I have 4 rows of 4. The next one. Column 1, column 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, row 1, row 2. I start with the rows, so I have 2 rows of 7. The last one, number the rows. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I have how many columns? Column 1, 2, 3. I just started my question with row. So I have how many rows? 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 rows of 1 2 3. Okay. Here let's draw the array. I have how many rows here?